It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
Hey, look, it's Conor McGregor's bitch right there. Pussy. Pussy. Piece of shit. Pussy. Dip. Pussy. Fuck you, bitch. You're a bitch.
I wait for you a little bit, so I started talking about the. I hate to even, because you're obviously a professional, I hate to even bring this up during like fight week stuff, but like the Jake Paul stuff. Did you see what he did to Dylan Danis today?
Yeah, he's wild, man.
Bro.
That dude's wild, bro.
Yeah, that was some wild shit. But I was questioning it a little bit because, like, you see Dylan had a whole like camera crew with him too. Is like,
It seemed kind of staged for a second. Like,
yeah, he was thinking like, no disrespect to Dylan Danis, but like, what camera crew's kind of like following him? Like,
yeah, what
what
are they doing? Like, because he has a fight coming up, right? Or
yeah, no, he don't got nothing coming up. And then like for Jake Paul to know where he was at, to like get a whole camera crew with him.
Yeah, it seemed a little staged, but hey, it was entertainment. I was dying laughing when I saw that shit, man.
Bro, I was dying laughing too.
That dude Jake Paul's on another level right now. He's going after everybody.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Is that disrespectful to like professional guy, like professional fighters like you, or like you're in the camp of like get your money?
You know, it's tough, man, because nowadays you can't hate on people making their money the way they do. If he can get in there, and because that dude's probably gonna make a lot of money off of not really getting hit and not really, going through the ringer of like the amateurs and coming up as like a long pro career and make the bag. I can't hate on him. I use the example of the day. Like, imagine if I could make a bunch of money pretending like I played basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, of course I would. I'm fucking 5'8". I'm 5'8", can't ball for nothing. But if I can make $1 million off it playing, like pretend like I could, like, then why not? But good for him, I guess. But it could, I guess, be it could be, a little bad on the boxing, but you know what I'm saying? You see that he won't, I don't think he'll bring that to MMA, but boxing, it is what it is. But, they say boxing is kind of dying, and, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. Boxing, like, almost, it is for me for sure. Like, I know I definitely prefer MMA over it. It's just like, if they fail to like do the matchups, man, they fail to make them. Yeah,
it's tough, man, because you see a lot of mismatch on the local scenes and then obviously in the. But then you got great fights like the Shakur Stevenson fight the other night. That was tight, man. He fought Toker Khan, and Toker Khan's from New England. I know that dude's legit, and but then you have, man, it's tough, man, because you have like 2 or 3 solid fights, and then like a big like Jake Paul type situation. You're like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? But then but you pay attention, you still tune in, you still watch it, so they're doing something right,
Yeah, the other thing too, like benefit to him for Jake Paul is like he's not even fighting like real fighters so far too. It's just like you're making these checks and you're really not getting your ass beat or at risk of getting your ass beat either. Like
exactly, so it's like I can't hate on him too much. More power to him, let him do his thing. But this is a rough sport, or boxing is a rough sport. So I just hope that he's really training to at least make sure he holds himself down, because. In boxing, man, like it's not like MMA where you can get hit and take somebody down. You got to sit there and take those headshots. And one or two bad fights, man, things get real dicey real quick. And you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be taking those headshots too long. So I hope he's actually really putting in work. Hopefully he's really working on his defense. So when he runs into somebody that can actually do it, boxing, and put him through the ringer, he's halfway decent.
With Jake Paul, because so technically he's been training for 2 years. I didn't mean to make this like a Jake Paul show. I apologize, bro. But because I just need like a professional perspective, right? With him training 2 years and being like the bigger man in a fight, is there any chance of him beating a guy? Dylan Danis is fairly new to MMA, right? Does Jake Paul have any chance of like beating him in like a boxing or MMA match, or no? You hear me?
Jake Paul definitely has a better shot boxing than MMA. Especially with Dylan Danis. That dude Dylan Danis is no joke on the ground. There's a reason why Conor hired him as a jiu-jitsu coach. So that wouldn't last more than a minute if it was MMA. But boxing, everybody always has that puncher's chance. And then you gotta keep it to boxing if you're messing with Dylan Danis.
It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
Give me some ganja. 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 Give me Give me some ganja. Give me